Alright, how's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. I am doing well, thanks for asking. I'm Multi Apples, and today we'll be playing some Madden NFL 26. So, got some drinks with me. I got some Dr. Brown's Diet Original Cream Soda. I like it, I've had it before. Some Dad's Diet Root Beer. Some Diet Cheer Wine. Some Mixed Berry Powerade Zero. And some Gatorade Zero Apple Burst. Ah, dang, we can complete the deep pass. Playing the New York Giants. The Giants are 10-7, whereas we're 13-4. Got hit as we released. Excuse me for yawning. No, the NCAA tournament has started for the men's and women's, so I'm always excited when the NCAA tournament starts. See which upsets happen. Looks to be a 36-yard reception, 35 yards, something like that. 35 yards. We will get sacked, but they were blitzing on that play, so. Second and 10 now. Still Wassail. There we go, got 12 yards on the rush. And now we can hand it off to our running back, Bijan Robinson. This is the swirl choice. No, my OBS got disconnected. Dang it, I got sacked. Verticals halfback burst. Okay, good, my OBS was reconnected. Means that I was suffering for some odd reason. The internet was super slow. Or at least the OBS had trouble connecting to Twitch. Because I am live streaming on Twitch now. I'm also recording the video so that way when I upload it, it won't be the Twitch stream, but instead the recording. which is good. We can run play action boot left. Oh, it's gonna be 3rd and 1. Alright. Just realized that the regular season has ended, so this is like what, the wild card round? It's currently 0-0 into the 2nd quarter. We should be able to, I'm sorry, I'm a bit sleepy, so should be able to get the touchdown here. If not, we should be able to score. We are on the 9-yard line, so. There we go, we got a touchdown. And it was on the run. To the opposite side of the field. That's pretty good in my opinion. Yeah. Love seeing the upsets in the NCAA tournament. You have 126 passing yards. That's good. You know, I usually stream at odd hours, so unless I'm going to work early, it's usually between 5 and 6 that I can start my streaming. Got a little promotion, so I'm going to work half an hour early. But I'm also leaving work, well, I'm going to work half an hour earlier than I used to. But I'm also leaving half an hour earlier than I used to, so. It's due to a promotion. And we got sacked there. So Monday through Friday between 5 and 6 is the only time I can really talk on my streams. If I'm not too tired. Or if it's not too noisy when my family goes to work. It's still 7-0 though. It's still inside zone. There we go. Fortunately, it's an injury timeout because I wanted to get the clock running, so. Did not realize it was 3rd down. I thought it was 2nd down. Why am I so sleepy? Sorry for yawning. The heck was that? I did not mean to throw it so early. Let's do Z scroll in. I'm struggling a bit. One thing I definitely recommend is the Diet Dr. Brown's cream soda. It's a good drink in my opinion. Nearly had it. Let's go and run with inside zone. Play action slot corners the play we're gonna run. Let's do speed dig out. I'm gonna turn off my mic and my face cam now.
Off the play fake. Banks. Here's a diving catch right side. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final. Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the running a little more.
He's got a man, complete. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So out come the Falcons now.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Operating from the gun, Banks. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Comes a field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if we can drive the bus here again on this drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Back to throw. Banks.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Looking to throw. Banks.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 8. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, a forced mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
So, Mike. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's been great. Look down at the stat monitor here a moment ago. He's already over 300 yards in the 3rd quarter.
And you get the sense there are plenty more yards to come. He's been sharp right from the beginning, finding the open targets, knows exactly where he wants to go with the football, and he's delivering it really well.
And now he is in search of more yardage on this drive. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Back to throw. Banks.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. Come on. Ready?
2nd and 1. Right back to Pitts again. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On the give, here's Robinson.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
And the tackle there by Micah McFadden.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Set up. Rocco 80. Take go.
Again, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Operating from the gun. Thanks. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Elijah Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons will add to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Falcons ready to take over. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Following the fumble recovery, Banks. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Robinson on a give right side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Robinson with another carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Here's 2nd and 10.
Set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's got room. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Robinson is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Set. Liking 18.
Looking to throw. Banks. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. But they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Steady, right?
Operating from the gun. Banks. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Elijah Moore
Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. The Falcons offense set to go. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
Let's go now. Rocco 80.
Handoff now to Robinson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Go! 70 Timber. No, no.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Ready.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. Banks.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's Robinson.
And just shutting him off there. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
From 17 yards out.
And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.
A Super Bowl is on the line this week. sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the magnificent city of Atlanta. Used to be the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad here. That's why they still sound the train horn inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons. On one sideline, Dan Quinn. He, of course, the head man here in Atlanta from 2015 to 2020. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Falcons. His guys fired up, the #1 seed, trying to... They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard.
Here we go, set.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And they'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Here's first and 10. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. They'll look to throw. He's got this to Bijan Robinson.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Okay, ready?
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 6. And here's Bijan. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck.
The The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. Well, they find themselves in an early hole, taking over. Just 1 second left here in the first quarter.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught right side. It's London. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd down and 2.
Ready? Set. Ready? Cougar 19.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He'll drop to throw. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Move. Go.
Now Robinson. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Quan Martin is there for the stop. From the 31, here is 2nd and 6.
Set. Bronco 80. Go.
Another run here for Robinson. Finding room to the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal.
Hawk 70.
They'll run with Robinson. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolf.
Now a give up the middle. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Liking 18.
Oh, he feels the pressure and he'll go down back at the 6.
These are the plays that drive a coach crazy. 3rd and goal. You put the ball into the hands of your quarterback and you trust them to make good decisions. But in this case, once there was nowhere to go with the ball, once all the throwing lanes were taken away, this ball needs to come out. You cannot take a sack and make 4th and goal that much more difficult.
Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40.
Ready. 70 Lion. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. This pass is caught by Scott. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. After that play, we have one of the commanders who is down. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game.
Okay, ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Open man down the field, Mooney. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He'll look to throw. Left side in the hands of London. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 6.
Ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to the air one more time. He's got it inside the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal.
Set. Bronco 80. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The Falcons offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10.
Go.
They'll throw out of the gun. A dive and a catch. Incredible. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Halftime coming up, and we'll the Falcons offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Let's go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Rolling to the left. He'll tuck it and take off.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here's 2nd and 6. A throw complete to Scott. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
Ready, go!
Forced out left. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. Now it is 1st and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down. They'll go again with Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Commanders come up with the takeaway.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's...
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 1. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
Let's go.
Headed left, buying time, and that is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
So prior to that third...
The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10.
Hold the ready. Set up. Go.
That's the tight end, Pitts. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 39 yards.
The nice thing about these crossing routes, Mike, is it doesn't stress your protection. It's a very easy, high-percentage completion for the quarterback, and when done right, you can get the ball into the hands of your receiver.
And he will score! Game on! Kyle Pitts, touchdown Atlanta. Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with first and 10.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man downfield, that's London. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 38 yards.
Here we go. Here we go.
To the air now on first and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the 34-yard line, here's second and 2. Now, deep ball for London. And he'll take it on in. Drake London. Touchdown Falcons. He is shining in this postseason. Falcons offense ready to take over possession of the football. Still 2 timeouts remaining for the defense, but do the math. Even if they choose to use them, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
He'll step up and run this. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Third down and 3. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. This will not do the trick. They stopped it behind the line. Fourth down coming up. So it's a win here for the Falcons. As their fans will celebrate, they claim the George Halas Trophy, champions of the NFC.